Rooftop Anchor is unique and successful because of their clan culture. People love working there because everyone looks out for everyone. The employees enjoy working there because they know management values not only their hard work, but also the individual. Management understands that employees have personal lives outside of work and they support this. They will frequently host things like company parties and outings to which families are invited. They look for ways to support employees who are going through personal life changes. Generally, Rooftop Anchor has a very low turnover rate, which can benefit the company in saving time and money that may have been spent training new employees. Another reason for their success is their ability to work with regulating bodies rather than trying to fight against them. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA as it is commonly known, is a government body that sets standards to help keep employees safe. OSHA requires that certain rooftop safety standards be met, and Rooftop Anchor successfully helps companies and buildings meet these requirements. The product is unique and, at times, difficult to manufacture, and yet necessary to the industry. Rooftop Anchor has very few competitors and is able to capture a large share of the market.
We as a team were able to go on an in-house tour with Joy Lynn Jepson, who is the Human Resources Director at Rooftop Anchor. She was able to answer our questions about the mission, the culture, and the people who work at Rooftop Anchor.
The company's purpose is to save lives, and we do that through comprehensive fall protection systems. And behind that purpose, we have our core values, which are to be solutions-oriented, results-driven, and take people to a higher ground. And when we say take people to a higher ground, we mean that not only literally, because rooftops are a high ground, but also figuratively to help people be better people.
Rooftop Anchor tries to maintain the culture through different aspects of the company. First, attraction. The biggest attraction is the clink-like culture in the company. Most of the applicants are through words of mouth of former or current employees. Second, selection. As the company is growing, they are trying to keep the culture by selecting people with the right organization fit and less focused on the job fit during their hiring process. Third, attrition. Since the company is still relatively small and the presence of the culture is so strong, most people will self-select themselves out of the hiring process or during the onboarding period if they don't fit in the culture. For the new employee onboarding, there's no standard workshop for all the jobs since they are all very specific. Mostly our mentorship-like approach to train the new hires while they are on the jobs. For leadership, leaders in the company really trying to get to know the employees by name. Since it is an employee-owned company, the management is very open to let the employee to take on more responsibilities. Reward systems. They have a profit-sharing program for every employee. We should incentivize the employees to take on ownership of their works and to work hard to make the company more profitable. They also have a hall of fame to recognize employees who have been with the company for 5+ years or 10+ years to reward their loyalty with the company.
Keenan Wynn, Rooftop Anchor's founder, was involved in the window cleaning industry in Arizona after college and moved to Heber City, Utah, where he met a friend while sitting around the fire at scout camp. His friend worked in the rooftop support industry, and together they noticed how unsafe roofs and roof support jobs can be. They came up with the idea for a rooftop anchoring system to ensure the safety of those who work from the roofs of tall commercial buildings. The rest is history. Today, Rooftop Anchor Incorporated is producing metal structures systems to be installed on the roof of skyscrapers, universities, hospitals, etc., including our very own at Brigham Young University. This is all to ensure the safety of employees as they work from the top of these buildings.
Keenan actually had a company out of Arizona that did window washing, and just overall outside building maintenance for companies in Arizona. And a lot of his people, OSHA was pushing all these requirements that required different safety procedures, and he wanted his people to be safe, so he would go to the building owners that he worked with, trying to get them to install these safety measures. But there was a real lack of things being available here in the States. And he had to end up oftentimes contracting with companies out of Canada to bring the buildings that he worked on. So they're not his buildings, but the buildings that his company worked on up to code. Well, in the meanwhile, Keenan moved up here to Heber City, and he was at a scout camp with Nate Sargent. And they were sitting around a campfire, and as Whitney knows, Nate's company built rooftop support systems. And so together, Keenan and Nate were bemoaning the fact that there was a real lack of safety for people who worked on the roofs. And out of that campfire conversation, Rooftop Anchor was born.
The culture creation of Rooftop Anchor starts from its founder values and principles. The founders are very motivated and moral. They have had a lot of experience in leadership roles and are very genuine and generous to their employees. They brought these traits to the company, creating a culture that encompasses all those attributes and many more. The founders are ethically minded. They care a lot about doing what's right. They also have a great vision of safety, security, and well-being that they brought to the company. Safety is a valuable part of their industry. These safety industry demands are tied to OSHA, who created laws requiring safety, and Rooftop Anchor is sure their employees adequately understand these OSHA requirements. Rooftop Anchor's early goals and assumptions involved bringing needed product to industry and involving the community. Employees come from community business and serve people all around the country. Their installers periodically are traveling to other states all around the nation, installing their products to keep people safe.
We are trying to move to better processes and more efficiencies. And we have hired someone from the outside who is an expert in that, kind of the process to help like shop and workflow and things like that. But as part of that process, we had a lot of inefficiencies with how we worked at things from the human resource side.
With a low turnover rate for full-time employees and a highly motivated design, they are successful. Our suggestions to make Rooftop more successful are higher efficiency and more communication. We believe that shifting their culture to be more like an adhocracy than clan will make them more efficient as a company. This will include establishing more leadership and written communication. Rooftop is great at the transmission of emotions and feelings, but we believe they could be better on coordinating and transmitting information. This starts by placing more structure in job descriptions and roles. Written communication of clear job descriptions and roles will leave less gray area for employees and also those applying for jobs at Rooftop Anchor. This will make the company more successful by removing unnecessary work and making sure that all jobs get done. Joy Lynn told us that one problem they have is that some employees are not quite sure what they are responsible for, so they end up redoing someone else's work or leave behind their own. Clear job descriptions will help to solve this issue and make the company more efficient moving forward.
There's something special about Rooftop Anchor when you walk into the building, and a lot of the visitors who walk in say that they feel it. And there's just a real sense there that we care about each other and kind of a sense of family, and we're going to watch out for each other. Rooftop Anchor is also known for liking to have a lot of fun. So it's common to walk through the halls and you have people joking around with each other, giving each other, razzing each other a little bit. And it really is that kind of sibling love rivalry that's sometimes going on. And it's a lot of fun, but you know at the end of the day that people have your back. And so it's a fun environment to really be a part of. But with all of that, we know that we make fall protection systems, and that what we do can be the matter of life and death for one of our customers. And so with all that fun loving, it is also about taking our job seriously and trying to do the best that we can. This is the 6th year that Rooftop Anchor, along with Miro Industries, does a live nativity at Christmas time. And they get employees and employees' family, and they reenact the nativity. And from what I understand, it started out for just the employees and their families. And it was over at the Wasatch County Event Center, just in kind of a back room. But it has over the years grown where we do it in the big part of the event center. And last year and this year, we think we had around 1,000 people for each showing. So like I said, we do 2 showings, and so about 2,000 people from the community came and participated in it. And it's really neat to be a part of something, and members of the community come up and thank us for doing this. And so it's a really neat experience.